In a moment, we're going to show you the order of play that has happened from the bull up in the background. If you were going for it and won the bull, what position would you choose?
I'd go last. I want to see what I'm up against rather than be the one that posts the score out. I think it's easier to chase than set a score.
Right, I think we can show you that now. So here is, well, the rules for the 9-dart shootout and the order of play. So first of all, we can show you at the bottom there, Scott Taylor won the bull. He chose to go second. David Davis had the second choice and chose to go third. So the one that's last in your position is there by default in Andreas Harrison. But this group will be decided by a 9-dart shootout. The order of throw has been decided by the bull-up as I just described. And now each player will throw 9 darts. The highest 2 scoring players will qualify for the semi-finals. And in the same case, which the one that Chris Mason was involved in, should 2 or more players be tied on points, each player will throw 3 more darts, because you won yours, didn't you? But the other 2 players on the stage had to go and throw another 3.
They were on an identical score and had to have another 3 darts to decide who effectively would come second in the group, because whoever, when you're in that situation, whoever wins that shootout effectively tops the group, so plays the runner-up in the other group.
Finally, just tactically, the use of the bull and the 25, because we saw that quite early in the last 9-dart shootout.
Yeah, well, Richie Howson did it in that group, and he was forced. If he'd have gone for the bull, that extra 5 points than he would have got from the 20 would have been enough. So yeah, you've got to be cute, and I think that's the beauty of Harrison's position. You know what they've set, and it's down to you to beat what's in front of you.
Right, we're going to enjoy watching this. I think everybody's going to enjoy it, apart from the 3 players on stage. Paul Nicholson is going to talk you through a 9-dart shootout on Champions Night.
I think we're all feeling a bit nervous, Murph. This has never happened before. But isn't it interesting that Scott Taylor won the bullseye shootout backstage and has put himself in exactly the same position as he was in week 8 when he was in that shootout with Anton Östlund and Kurt Parry. He's looking for the same result, because if he gets it, he's going to win this group. And that's something we need to address before the start of this 9-dart shootout. Whoever wins the shootout wins the group and gets the darts in the semi-final. Whoever is second, they will finish second in the group and not have the darts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the 9-dart shootout. Each player will throw 9 darts, and the 2 players with the highest scores after 9 darts will progress to the semi-finals. It's going to be David to throw first. Game on.
So here we go then. David Davis in his first 9-dart shootout. What a time to have it. He has to set the total. And it's a brilliant start.
140. $83.
Taylor chases, but only gets 1 treble. Harrison has never been here either. And he finds a last start treble to put Scott Taylor third after the first 3 darts.
$96.
That is a really good backup score from the Welshman. Taylor needs something big. That
39.
is a disaster.
$100.
Chris Mason said 3 tons should get you through. David Davies is going to get over 300. Well over 300. Davies is safe. Only 81. Harrison has surely just got to throw all 3 darts to be safe. Scott Taylor has fallen in the 9-dart shootout.
45.
And David Davies has won it.
Players through to the semi-final. David Davies and Andreas Harrison.
Sometimes experience doesn't get you through, and it's not going to be a second title for Scott Taylor. David Davies was the outsider. Andreas Harrison was the favourite. The Welshman and the Swede are through to the semi-finals.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. I mean, we got the drama we expected, but it was a torrid time for Scott Taylor, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, the bounce out didn't really help for obvious reasons, but I think tactically he got that wrong. I would have opted for Harrison's position because look at the advantage Harrison had. He knew what was in front of him. He just plodded along exactly what I suggested, a couple of tons. But credit to David Davies. He handled being first really well. Started with that 140. Yeah, superb.
Yeah, it certainly looked the most composed. It showed that experience of these didn't really count for anything because exactly what happened to Kurt Parry in the one that Taylor had earlier in the series happened to Taylor. Won his previous one, but out this time. It's just a lottery, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, that really sums up this week, that 9-dart shootout, because it has just been so unpredictable. It's been back and forth right from the start of Group A, where Darius went through the card 5 from 5 and couldn't get a win the next day. It's the nature of the darts, and you got to remember these are all here by right and by reason. So you're going to get a lot of darts that are quite equal, and they just sort of get clumped together.
Yeah, we've never had a 9-dart shootout on a Champions Night before. We've never had a 9-dart.
Let's see if we can do it.
On a Saturday night, yeah. So that's
it never happened.
Yeah, never happened. Don't stay tuned. Go and do something else. No, get back here after this break where we will preview the semi-finals here at Champions Night.